Hi, this is Ciderhelm. I'm the administrator of TankSpot.com. In this movie, I'm going to outline our Malygos 6-minute strategy. You're going to notice that we've made substantial changes to our previous strategies, particularly in phases 2 and 3, and I'll outline these as we go through the movie. As always, be sure to check out the links in the movie information to find the discussion thread on TankSpot, or to learn more about downloading this movie in high resolution. In Phase 1, our primary goal is to get Malygos into the air for Phase 2 before he can do a second vortex. During this time, we keep constant DPS up on him, starting from the moment Malygos is targetable. Shortly after the first vortex, we'll burn Heroism to maximize the benefit of the 2 spark fields we'll be getting. We also suggest using in-combat consumables and other cooldowns to help burn through this phase and ensure he does get up in the air before the second vortex. As we continue through the encounter, take note of the achievement timer in the upper right corner of my screen. This is about 15 seconds shorter than the Malygos Enrage timer would suggest. In other words, you don't have until the 4-minute marker on the Enrage timer to complete this. You have until about the 4-minute 15-second marker. We've reached Phase 2. The goal here is making use of the remaining spark fields. Our ranged will continue DPS on Malygos to bring his total health down as far as possible. Our Death Knight will pull the spark down from the nearby vortex, and we will use the spark field for Phase 2 DPS once the middle sparks have dissipated. As Lords and Scions enter the encounter, our 2 Protection Warriors will cycle Improved Spell Reflect to reduce incoming damage while we stay in the spark field. 2 Paladins will also cycle Divine Shield with Divine Guardian talents to reduce raid-wide damage. Because of this, we're able to stay in the spark fields as long as we need to before moving to anti-magic shields, though in this rare case we are able to benefit from both. Movement and targeting in Phase 2 has been refined from our original strategy. Our ranged DPS will focus solely on Scions coming overhead, while our melee DPS will focus solely on Lords until they're dead. This maximizes overall raid DPS. In addition, we will skip every other anti-magic shield to reduce overall movement time. Once melee is able to get into the air, our goal is to finish off Scions that are moving away from our range DPS. By this time, only a handful of targets should remain and Phase 2 should be nearly over. As we move into Phase 3, take a look back at your timers. If you're using our Phase 3 strategy, you should have a bare minimum of 1 minute and 40 seconds from the moment Malygos becomes targetable. With less, you run a severe risk of not being able to complete the achievement. When Malygos becomes targetable, we have a Warlock fly above him, dismount, and apply Curse of Elements as he falls to his death to improve our raid-wide damage output. From this point on, his job is to watch debuffs on Malygos to make sure none are falling off. We have 1 player calling out over Ventrilo anytime a spark comes towards the raid. As a raid, we will all move right and form tight on our healers. Staying in spark fields too long can lead to a death. Healers, the first thing you'll notice is that none of our raiders are shielding themselves. This is because our strategy revolves around a 5 Drake AoE healing rotation that fully counters incoming surge damage. At the beginning of Phase 3, we have 5 healers stacking their heal over times on themselves and only using their AoE heal once they are individually called out in order over Vent. After 1 rotation of AoE heals, the healers will stack 5 more heal over times and AoE heal every time the cooldown comes up without needing to be called again. DPSers should take note of my ability usage in this movie. Since we engage Malygos with energy already in reserve, my rotation is 1-2, 1-2, 1-1-2. And from that point on, I will hit 1-1-2 to stack my dot as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching the Malygos 6-minute movie guide. If you have any questions or would like to learn more, I strongly suggest visiting TankSpot.com's Project Marmot forums and accessing the companion thread for this guide. Also, this movie can be downloaded in high resolution directly from TankSpot.com. Click the second link in the movie information to learn more. Thank you.